Alright, hey there guys, Adrian Acosta here, aka JediBro95, coming at you guys with another video. In this video is going to be the third and final installment of the 2K21 Next Gen Courtside blogs. Basically, this one is going to be covering everything that we've been looking forward to: pie charts, my player builds, badges, progression, takeover, all that good stuff. Before you wonder why didn't I do the second one, it was honestly just covering the movement system in NBA 2K21 and on the next gen consoles. And personally, for me, I did not find that interesting because I'll just keep it a buck. I just don't really care for the movement system and shit. Like, sure, it can be good and shit like that, but the reality is just I just didn't really care for it. But this time around, I really am gonna put this out for you guys because this was actually amazing. Everything in this everything related to the my player builder shit and takeover has been completely reworked and is completely different from what it was this year in NBA 2K21 on the current gen. So basically, let's just get into it. The player builds, badges, and takeover. The next gen player builder is all about customization. We've taken a lot of feedback from the community over the past few years as we have evolved the my player building experience. One thing we heard from you is we want more options. So here is our response. No more pies. You will no longer choose from a preset skill pie chart breakdown for next gen. Instead, we've given you total control over each rating setting each individual rating to a cap that you would prefer. Obviously, there's restrictions based on your vitals, and you cannot max out everything. But there's much more control to make the exact type of player you want to be. So, in other words, gentlemen, you're not going to you're not going to have predetermined attributes and shit. You're going to be able to pick whatever you want and design the player you want to be. And thank God, man, because these pie charts, as okay as I am with the pie charts, because I'm okay with the pie charts, they really just made me feel limited still, okay? Like, I didn't mind having Hall of Fame playmaking and finishing badges on this pie, but I wish I could just do more with the build, alright? And that was just my complaint. So I'm happy that they did change it up real quick. And I'll post a screenshot of what the My Player Builder is looking like in next gen on the screen right now. Basically, the screenshot that made its way around throughout the weekend, just basically claiming that this is how the My Player Builder and shit was. Honestly, I didn't want to report on it because at the time I was just like, yeah, it could be fake, and I don't really like giving fake news any attention. But then, obviously, they just basically confirm now that this is the My Player Builder system. This is how it's going to be. This is what we're going to be able to do. So I'm really glad that we can definitely make the player that we want to make. Badges. A lot of thought and redesign went into badges for next gen. Many favorites returned, but most have undergone significant functionality changes. There are some new ones, revived ones, and some removed badges. The badge point system equipping process is similar to what you're accustomed to, performing well in each individual categories in any mode to earn badge points, then apply those badges to wherever you want in those related categories. But my advice is when you get to next gen is you experiment with different badges that you may have overlooked in the past because you might find some new favorites complement your play style. Um, you might find some badges that experiment you may have looked in the past, but might find ones that complement your playstyle that you may not expect. There we go. I completely lost where I was. Here are some new / returning badges and what they do. So Fearless Finisher boosts contact layups and decreases fatigue. This is basically Relentless Finisher without posters essentially. This reminds me of the Finisher badge back in NBA 2K14. If y'all were around at those times when they had signature skills and shit, one thing I did remember that they had was a badge called Finisher, or a signature skill called Finisher, which basically like you were able to finish like, through contact much better. So I think that's what this is basically gonna be. Heatseeker boosts takeover progress on inside shots, which is kind of weird. Highlight film. This is basically Showtime as it gives teammate takeover progress on flashy dunks. So this is basically Showtime, but without the and ones. Because Showtime allows you to boost takeover off and ones, but this year it won't have that, so for this game, it won't have that. Hook specialist, boost hook shot abilities. This is basically deep hooks. Hopefully, it's not as OP as deep hooks was, because with Hall of Fame deep hooks, you could be doing hook shots from the free throw line. So I hope it's not that OD, but yeah, deep hooks is returning basically. Revived post. They've revived posterizer, which is contact dunks essentially. So yeah, yay. Posterizer is now back. Uh, Rises up, boosts ability to do standing dunks in traffic. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about this because, like, to me, why would you do right? Why would you? I guess this is probably for the big men who like to do putback dunks and shit like that. But to me, I'm indifferent to it. Uh, Blinders less affected by peripheral defenders when shooting jump shots. This is basically somewhat like Deadeye. This is somewhat like Deadeye, where you are less likely to be you suffer less of a contested impact on your jump shots. Circus 3 ability to hit pull up and set back 3-point shots. Basically difficult shots from behind the 3-point line. Fadeays, basically boosting all fadeaways, which is like deep fades. Or if you all remember back in 2K17, I think is the last time we had it. It was like just boosting fadeaway jumpers, so that is returning. Hot shot, increased takeover meter faster when knocking down jump shots, so kind of like hot start, but it keeps going after you miss. Deep threes, basically limitless range, or range extender on steroids. Rhythm shooter, boosts a player shot percentages out of size up and one-step pull-ups. I ain't gonna lie, this is a badge I might give a try to, because I feel like I do take a lot of one dribble pull-ups some days or every now and then. So it's something I definitely could give a try if I really wanted to. Set shooting ability gets better the longer you set before pulling. So basically, like if you're spotting up in the corner, this is a badge that'll really help you out. Which, sweet. Sniper boosts ability to hit shots while using pro stick aiming. I don't know how to feel about this one, to be honest. Like on one hand, eh. But on the same time, I feel like a lot of people might just have Hall of Fame sniper and then just be going crazy with the shot stick. And that to me is going to be like absurd to be seeing people hitting fadeaway shots from fucking half court using the shot stick. But I mean, that'll be just something I would have to see play out in order to really give my opinion on it. Stop and pop 3. This is basically for the JJ Redick's who want to pull up for threes in transition. So basically, like those quick stop into 3-point shots that a lot of people like to take. That's what this badge is for. Basically, is to help with that. Bullet passer ability to gives you the ability to throw laser dots like LeBron. So basically, this will allow you to just throw passes like really easily and just throw cross-court passes really more effectively, which I honestly I'm going to get this badge. I will get this badge on Hall of Fame because I like to set up and get my teammates open. Relay passer, boost the shooter on pass to assist situations. Relay passer boosts the pass shooter on pass to assist situations. So basically, they're now giving like a hockey assist dimer. I don't know how to feel about that one personally. Special delivery boost takeover progress for flashy pass for the passer and receiver off flashy pass assists. Basically, flashy passer. Really, it's really just flashy passer. Special delivery. Oh, I read that already. Ankle braces makes it tougher for ball handlers to break your ankles. Clutch defender boosts your defensive ratings in clutch moments, and hot stopper, which boosts your takeover meter for good defensive plays like steals, blocks, and good shot contests. So yeah, these are all the new badges that are coming into NBA 2K21 on the next gen. Here are badges that we retired because they were either redundant, didn't fit the new design, or the community just flat out didn't like them. Consistent finisher, contact finisher, cross key score, fancy footwork, fast break finisher, deep hooks, pick and roller, relentless finisher, showtime, deep phase, flexible release, hot start, pick and popper, pump fake maestro, range extender, quick draw, steady shooter, pass fake maestro, flashy passer, lob city passer, lightning reflexes, and moving truck. So these badges have all been retired and they will not be in NBA 2K21 on the PS5. And there's a couple ones that I really wonder why they did it. The first one I'm wondering is Flashy Passer, because as I alluded to, with special delivery, it boosts people's takeover progress for the passer and the receiver. Flashy pass assists. My question is that if you retired Flashy Passer, why would you basically just rebrand it? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You would have just been better off just keeping Flashy Passer as it was and just, I don't know. That's just confusing to me. Lob City Passer, I'm a little bit sad to see that retire because I do like throwing lobs to my teammates, but at the end of the day, I do understand why they did it because, truth be told, I really don't think you don't really need a badge to be able to improve and to increase your lob throwing ability. You should just have the ability to throw lobs consistently if you're a great passer all the time. The next one is fancy footwork. That was a badge I really did like, and I'm honestly curious to see how hop steps and euro steps and shit are going to be in NBA 2K on the PS5 because one of the things I really did like about fancy footwork was the stun animation that it provided. Now I do get it that it was kind of overpowered, especially in 2K20 with the hop step spam, but I am really just curious to see how it's going to work in the paint now. Like, I get it. Like, maybe I think I remember somewhere them talking about more realistic like animations on under the basket for like euro steps and shit like that. So I don't. So maybe that's why they got rid of it because they just felt like they didn't need it. So yeah. So moving on now, let's talk about takeover. In case you're new to 2K, takeover, obviously it's an ability to get hot and take over games. It's a popular feature for the last couple years, and we wanted to take it to the next level on next generation. Instead of limiting players to 8 general takeover-based archetype-based takeovers, we've broken those in 8 into 24 specific takeover abilities in a way you can think of them as unique badges that you could fire off when you get hot. So now it's 24 abilities for takeovers instead of having um, 8 takeovers. First is so for slashing, it is advanced gathers, which will allow you to be able to do better spin, euros, hop step, and cradle gathers. Finishing moves, which will make you be able to absorb more contact and finish at the basket. Uh, and easy blow bys, which will enhance the ability for slashers to beat defenders off the dribble. Shot creators got pull-up precision, which will boost well-timed and aimed shots off the dribble. Ankle breaking shots, more ankle breakers off spins and step backs. And negative impact, which will basically reduce the defensive impact against pull-ups as well as other skilled shots. For sharpshooters, they basically get limitless range. Basically, it's now a takeover ability instead of it being a badge like range extender was back on PS4. Sorry about that. Spot up precision boosts well-timed and aimed shots, stationary well-timed and slash aim stationary jump shots. Basically, catch and shoot on steroids when you're spotting up. I think that was it. Yeah, sharpshooter actually only got 2 abilities, which is kind of weird. So for playmakers, they got extreme ratings boost, team ratings boost, ability to boost their teammates' offensive ratings while in takeover, team takeover boost, which will boost your teammates' takeover progress, and team badge boost, which will be able to bring up your teammates' badges up a tier. Which that one I might have to experiment with for a little bit because that is something that I think would be really interesting to give a try to. Defensive players got extreme clamps, which is perimeter locks got extreme clamps, more stonewall and lost dribble body up animations for locks, perimeter badge drops, knocks shooting badges down a tier when you get close, enhanced jump shot contest, which boosts your ability to contest jump shots. That's for the lockdown for the lockdowns. Rim protector gets paint intimidation, which boosts your ability to affect shots around the rim. Interior badge drop, which is the same as the perimeter badge drop, which kind of reminds me of perimeter lockdown and post lockdown defender back in NBA 2K 15 and 16. If you weren't playing at that time, basically they were like what Intimidator is, but they were separated into two different badges. Box out wall, which is for now we're moving on to glass cleaners. Box out wall improves the ability to seal off opponents for easy rebounds. See the future, see where the shots are going to end up missing. So basically, like how glass cleaning takeover, you can see where the ball's going to go and shit. Glass clearing dimes. After rebounds, kick out passes to your team will boost your teammate shooting. So basically, off an offensive board, you kick it back out, your teammate gets a boost to their shooting abilities. And then post score gets 4 takeover abilities. The first is power backdowns, obviously easier to to push defenders around when posting up. Post playmaking, which boosts your teammates' offensive abilities when passing out of the post. Advanced post moves, easier to beat defenders with said post moves. And post shot daggers, increases scoring ability with hooks, fades, and shimmies, etc. So those are the new abilities. We've changed the takeover system to a multi-tier system. Once you set up your ratings and caps and vitals, you will be presented with a subset of the list above based on the type of ability that you made. You will then choose a primary and another for secondary. Or if you want, you can put the same ability in both slots if you want to double up on it. So basically now this is kind of in a way double takeover returning, but not really. Because double takeover was something that was definitely really good in NBA 2K19, and it's one of the things I wanted to see return for NBA 2K20 and NBA 2K21. But it's kind of like that because what made double takeover so good was you could do both things in game, and you didn't have to necessarily worry about, having restrictions. So, yeah, it's kind of like double takeover returning. So, when you're in a game, your takeover meter fills up your primary takeover slot first. Once filled, you could choose to activate it right away or wait to fill up your secondary. Keep in mind that you must be careful because you'll lose all your progress if you turn the ball over or miss a bad shot. But if you can fill your secondary slot, you can activate both primary and secondary takeovers together, keeping them active for a longer period of time. Finally, if you truly want to devastate your opponent even further, you can wait even longer and try and fill up the takeover meter, the team takeover meter. If you can fill up all 3 and activating will be able to your entire team's takeovers, and it's pretty much over. Just like in current gen, activating team takeover allows also a user to have control over the rest of the teammates in my career games. So takeover is now basically you can choose to activate it really quickly and get one thing for your takeover, or you can hold on to it and activate a double takeover, or you can hold on a little longer and activate team takeover. Now, I'm curious about how if you activate team takeover, will you get both primary and secondary abilities? My thought is you probably will, but it's just something that I'm curious about. Last thing I wanted to mention about takeover, we wanted to honor our late friend Kobe Bryant, who we tragically lost earlier this year, way too early this year. When you have earned all your badge points, you will receive the Mamba Mentality badge, which allows you to change your takeovers whenever you want. So just like Kobe, you can vary up how you choose to take over from one game to the next. Thank Christ! Because this is something that we should have had back in NBA 2K20. This is something that we should have had already. I don't understand why it took so fucking long to get this into the game. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Because when we were basically told that we could respec our badges and shit anytime we wanted, this was something that we should have also been given too. And I'm not going to read the rest of it because honestly, it's just like AI improvement, more AI improvements, and changing up like the game plan and shit. So if you do want to read that, I'll put the link in the article to the article in the description below. But my opinion on that is that on this for the my player builder and shit is that this is all awesome. This is all great. This is all pretty amazing. I'm really happy to see 2K finally listen to the criticism that we have been giving to them over the last while. And I really am glad that 2K is putting in the necessary steps to try and make the next generation, as good of a game as it can be. Because truth be told, truth be told, one of the things that really pissed me off about the current gen was that it was so unbalanced. If you weren't a shooter in any way, shape, or form, or a paint beast for a big, you were just gonna struggle all the time. You had no ability to be effective. Now, I am living proof that argument is completely not true. Because if you're a smart enough player or you're a good enough player, you could do more, obviously. So the other thing I want to know is there are some questions. Number one, is the +4 progression from 95 to 99 overall returning? That is something I want to know. Number two, obviously, what does the neighborhood look like? And number three is just how is the my career progression gonna look? Like outside of the badges, obviously being what they are, we really and truly don't know how the progression's gonna be. So that is just something. These are just small questions I have. But with that out of the way, guys, that is going to be the end of this long video. I just realized that we're over 20 minutes. So if you guys did like this video, be sure to hit the like button, comment your thoughts, and with that, I'm out. Peace.